Oh, and hey, look at that. We're live.
Woohoo!
Woohoo. Welcome to Talking Heads, everyone. Episode 414. Your once-weekly live show for the latest in beer and tech news. I'm Jeff.
I'm Rett.
Thank you all so much for joining on this Wednesday night or in podcast form over on Spotify or wherever your favorite podcasts are found. If you've never seen the show before, we talk all things home labs, servers, enterprise, gaming, PC, anything else we're interested in. It's a fun show. We do drink alcohol on the show, and if you're drinking along with us, alcoholic or not, let us know in the chat, and we'll give some early show shoutouts as we go along. Last but not least, if you'd like to take part in the super secret chat and the even more super secret after party, think about joining the Patreon. Link is down in the video description. As a bonus, you'll get exclusive access to my Discord server, where you can chat with myself, Rett, Matt, Tom, Cheese, they're all over there. Vince, they're all over there. It's a good time. And join the awesome community that hangs out throughout the week. Rett, how's it going?
It's going.
I don't think, I mean, we talked, but did you have a show in December? I don't think you did. Or like the last month.
I don't think so.
Feels like there's been a gap.
It's been, dude, yeah, work has been crazy. I've been like texting you last minute, like, please find somebody to replace me and tell them I'm so sorry.
Yeah. When was the last show you were on? November 19th. So yeah, it's been over a month now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
Yeah. I don't think
I've
we've
been
had
usurped.
I don't think we've had a gap like that in a while.
No. But that's all right. I'm back.
Good to have you back.
I'm here.
Yeah. Did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah, it was great. I'm relieved it's all over.
Yeah.
You know? Every year I get a little bit more relieved every morning following Christmas. So.
Yeah. Yeah, we've talked about on the show before, like, Christmas for some people is amazing. For some people, it's not all that great. As someone who has anxiety, Christmas not the best time of year for me. But everyone kind of celebrates in their own way. Hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas. We did over here as well. Gosh, anything cool? Because I got a couple things that are cool.
You know, in the spirit of ditching, not owning any of my own media, I got a lot of Blu-rays, which I'm kind of excited about.
Nice.
And yeah, bought myself some fun books too. So excited to dig into that. One of them was a study on architecture and Studio Ghibli films for anybody else that's kind of a nerd out there. But yeah, I think that's really like books and movies I was really digging into this year. So.
Nice. Yeah, I still have a good chunk of my DVD and Blu-ray library. It's something we sold a good number of them, but I think we kept like, no, I'm keeping the box set of Lord of the Rings. No, I'm keeping my Star Wars. No, I'm keeping my Star Trek. No, so
yeah.
We got rid of a good chunk of movies after I had backed them up, so they exist. But yeah, no, I've legit been considering looking at more physical media again lately. Not just for movies, but for books, for even for games. Like we bought, I think, our third Switch for the household.
Nice.
this last couple of weeks. My little bit got a Switch, but all the games that we own for that are physical Switch cartridges. So and unlike the Switch 2, these ones actually have the game on the cartridge, which is nice.
Yeah, that's a fun way to do it.
Yeah. So, Vince chiming in with $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Insert the Robin Williams Jumanji. What year is it? Someone who has anxiety, someone who needs like a uniform structure schedule to stay functional. This week of Christmas and New Year's never works well for me. It's like, oh no, we have to be Sunday at 4, we're going to your parents, and then Monday I think at 7, but after dinner with a friend of ours, we're gonna random schedules. I hate it.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Yeah. Anyway, I guess let's start the show officially now. Rett, you said you actually had a couple beers. What do you got going for tonight?
Well, I'm going to start with a local favorite. I was just there. Well, in fact, I was just there not that long ago with you. But we got some San NW brewing, and today I have the Spitfire Amber Ale. It is a delicious amber ale with toasty malt flavors, a characteristic of English Morris Otter malts with toffee and caramel. Caramel notes from Belgian candy sugar, apparently. So I've never read the description of this beer until just now, and it sounds even better than it tastes. So.
You know what's amazing? I was at San NW yesterday, and I had the Spitfire.
It's so good.
It's so good. Yeah, usually the 1859 Maibach or the Spitfire ESB, those are my two go-tos, and I really, at the brewery, I don't stray from that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. The nice thing about the Spitfire is it's like it's one of the standards that you can get across town. So if you're at another restaurant or whatever, they always have it.
Yeah.
I, of course, was drinking the beers that they don't have across town, but I had to leave a tip, and so they had to run my card, but they needed me to buy something. So I was like, well, naturally, I'll buy some beer. So bought myself a 6-pack.
Excellent. I'm also going to go with a local beer. This one's not the same one. Not even the same brewery this time. From Chicha Brewing.
Oh,
heck yes.
Nice.
This is the Cerveza Negra, the dark lager, clocking in at 5.6%. I don't get too many dark lagers, and Chicha makes an excellent one.
Yeah. I just had a really good dark lager from Fort George. I wonder if I drank it last time on the show. Mirrored Reality, if anybody is curious.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Love the Mirrored Reality. But, dude, yeah, Chicha is so good. And this is the time of year, in case you need to prepare for next year, Jeff, where, well, you can get tamales from them.
Yeah.
You put in your order in, like, November, and then you pick them up, like, right around Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was literally going to say Chicha is also amazing Mexican restaurant. Just absolutely incredible food.
You know, and I know it used to kind of be closer to you, but I like their new location better.
Yeah.
It's like way easier to get to. It's like easier to find parking. And
their old location that they were renting or leasing or whatever, I guess got shut down by the city, not for like health reasons, but like environmental reasons. Like there was something physically wrong with the site. And so they condemned the building for public operation. And they had to like suddenly move, and they are in a much better location. I agree, even though they were like 6 minutes from my house.
Small price to pay.
Yeah, but very cool color on this one.
Cool glass too.
Yes. Oh, fantastic glass. Where can you get those, Rett?
Craftcomputing.store, baby.
Heck yes.
If you want to drink like a pro.
All right. Let's see. We do have a couple shout outs to get to. Rev running a little late, cracking into a Pandemonium Fluffernutter Stout from Bombastic Brewing, just north of me in Hayden, Idaho. 10.5% and a 4.07 on Untapped.
Oh.
Skull diving into an Orange Push fruited sour from Ervon Brewing out of his Secret Santa pack that he got on the Craft Computing Discord Secret Santa that we do every year. And in fact, I have one of my Secret Santa beers sitting right across from me for my next one, so that's always a good time. Green chimes in with $5. Thank you so much. This Christmas, I traded for Sapphire Rapids engineering sample platform. Got new socks, undergarments, and essentials, and a small PTO payout. Next year, new work contract at plus 20%. Excellent. Heck
Well
yeah,
done.
dude. Here's to someone's raise outpacing inflation. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, by a lot.
Yeah.
Well, for now.
But 2026 is a new year, man. All right. Obviously, this being the week and a half, almost 2 weeks before CES. Or no, it's literally a week. It starts next. Is it next week? What week is CES this year? Gosh, I forgot.
Yeah, it's next week.
It is next week. Okay, that's what. Okay. Again, what day is it today? I don't even know.
Is it 2026 already?
Yeah. As of what, Thursday? It's 2026. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
God, I don't like that. I don't like that.
See,
at
but
all.
I'm doing New Year's Eve, timed for like Eastern Europe. So I'll be in 2026 in the mid afternoon of New Year's Eve. So
Nice. You going somewhere, or are you just celebrating with friends over there?
well, just with friends, but we are going to a party,
Oh, nice.
local. But yeah, it'll be kid friendly in the afternoon.
Nice.
We're timing it for why do I always forget the country when I'm put on the spot? But anyway, it's another country over in Eastern Europe, and I guess I just have to zoom out and look here. But something with a B.
Yeah, because I was going to ask, because I know you get
Bulgaria.
Okay,
Thank God.
Bulgaria. Okay, yeah. Because I was going to say, I know you have friends in Germany. Are you doing something like over Zoom with them? Like, that'd be kind of cool.
That would be really fun.
yeah.
But see, my German friend is actually in the U.S. right now,
Nice.
so working for the Disney Corporation.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Strangely enough, not the evilest of corporations right now.
Oh yeah, she's been saying like it's hard because she comes from like academia or whatever, and she's like,
Yeah.
this is the best job I've ever had.
Uh-huh.
She's like, they pay me well, time off is great, the perks, benefits are great.
Yeah.
They treat you well because they want you to go into the park and like have a smile
Be jolly.
every time.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like walking into a Costco. Like, you
Yeah.
never see upset people working at Costco.
Right, exactly.
All right. I feel like Dark Helmet every time. Well, now that I have my beer, I'm ready to read the news. All right. I guess starting with, if we can get into it, man, the more that comes out about the outlook for PC parts in this next, year to 3 years, that, man, the less excited I am for anything new. Because news keeps coming out about, so much of production has shifted over to another segment of AI. Micron is killing Crucial, and Samsung is devoting so much more to GDDR7 instead of DDR5. The less I'm looking forward to this year as far as new parts, which means, hey, more used part content, I guess. But
Yeah. It's going to be a boon for craft computing over
yeah,
here.
man, did I buy X79 and DDR3 at exactly the right point again? Did I score on that platform twice now? I guess we'll see into the new year. Micron reveals what they believe are the 3 culprits behind the memory crunch and why it's going to be worse than we think. And that's the company saying that, the one that supplies memory. So in their December 18th earnings call, Micron basically said why they killed their Crucial brand, and also had to come clean with why prices are doing what they are and where capacity's at. And this is one of the first bits of like reality I think slapped onto this situation is Micron is reportedly acknowledging they're only currently able to meet around 55 to 60% of their core customer demand, which is a big reason that they killed Crucial, moved a bunch of things over to Enterprise, because that's where the majority of demand is right now. But even with that change, that's the number that they came up with. That is why costs are going up. Supply and demand economics 101, and supplies are limited, and they're not even artificially limited. It's just there's only so many companies in the world that produce memory, and they're producing at 100% capacity. So there's more demand than there is supply. Raw materials, infrastructure, everything. And it's going to be even worse than we think, even with that just entering the year. That's assuming no one takes a needle to the bubble finally. But obviously a big driver for this, according to Micron, is demand for HBM memory. HBM memory is surging in demand, which is what most of GPU AI accelerators are using. That's what NVIDIA B200, B300 uses, HBM3E. That's what AMD uses in their Instinct lineup. That's what a lot of people use. And the more HBM goes into production, the less DDR5 and GDDR7 goes into production. So this is really a matter of fabs spinning up for different production, because GDDR7 and HBM3, HBM3E, DDR5, it's all different production cycles. I mean, you have to get your machines ready to do that. So they are now looking at doing a 3-to-1 trade ratio with DDR5, because they're spinning down their DDR5 production to spin up their HBM production. Yeah. The third is pretty obvious. Clean room restraints. There's only so much room. I mean,
no.
If you've seen, I don't know if a video with me ever came out on my channel about the fab tours that I've done, but I've done 2 fab tours now with Intel in the last 5 years. I did one at the end of 2021, and I just did one here a couple of months back in Arizona. One thing that they bragged about both times is not only the low number of particulates, but the particulates that do get through. I guess the filtration system in Intel's fabs, their filtration process is fine enough to catch COVID, to filter COVID from the air.
Wow.
That they brought that up in 2021 at the Hillsboro fab, and again in Arizona when I was there. So clean rooms are not something you spin up overnight. That's why these are multi-billion-dollar facilities to build these plants. Is clean rooms are very, very difficult to build.
And this whole aspect up at the top where they were talking about the demand that they're able to meet, it makes me think of like something else I was reading earlier today, where it turns out that like one of the number one purchasers of like American debt, like for the government, is like now becoming like private equity and like hedge funds.
Yeah.
And so you see that like private equity and hedge funds are like rigging it so that they have all this debt to buy so that they can make money off the interest on it, which is being paid for this other way, which is then kind of self-propelling towards generating more debt that they could probably then buy to make. And this kind of like reminds me of that, like the way that you see like all of these companies like buying each other's products, making sure that they have chips available for their enterprise products, and that the fact that it's like just staying at the top and never coming back down to consumer level stuff.
Yeah.
is it ever going to? You know what I mean? It's like, especially like if the product can eventually be like, well, they don't need a computer. We can just, rent them time on our GPU or whatever, or let them use
There's there's a genuine fear and a genuine, I think, feeling of concern that, look, Nvidia pre AI, or even currently, what, 5 billion in revenue, I think, for the quarter or something like that.
right.
Yeah, about 20 billion in revenue per year. Let me double check that.
Nah, who cares?
I just if I'm gonna pull numbers out of my ass, I'd rather they be accurate.
Just ask Gemini.
Uh,
Ask
no, I'm clicking on their press release from November 2025 from the Nvidia newsroom.
Claude.
Q3 2025, 35 billion. So 35 billion per quarter.
Good Lord.
Yeah. The reason I bring that up, there's a major concern that the shareholders will see so much demand for AI. Why are we bothering with this piddly little graphics accelerator thing that we sell to gaming customers one at a time? I mean, Nvidia doesn't even produce chips for PlayStation and Xbox anymore. That's all AMD.
Yeah,
The only one they're really doing is the Switch, and that's basically Tegra. It's a mobile variant APU. When will the shareholders say, you know what, we see if we've shifted all production over to enterprise, we could probably just do away with gaming entirely and use all of our fab time for enterprise.
Well,
products.
it makes sense too when you read all the statistics about how like the top 20% of consumers are driving this like alleged economic growth
Yeah.
in like across consumer spending or whatever. There, we keep watching consumer spending going up, but Jeff, I mean, how has your consumer spending been this last 6 months to a year? You know what I mean? Yeah, same here. I went a little bit indulgent here at the end of the year with some Blu-rays and some
Yeah.
some books and stuff like that. But before then, you know, things are tight. You pinch your pennies and
You know what's amazing? I don't know that I even saw a Lexus Christmas to Remember ad on TV because I just don't think they bothered this year.
yeah, who are they advertising
Yeah,
to? They already all have Lexuses.
yeah. I didn't see a Lexus ad with a bow on top of the car or a Mercedes one for that point either.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things when you see that even like the top, earning consumers are driving this growth. I mean, at a certain point, the Nvidia shareholders are probably already saying that.
Yeah.
It's not like when are they going to? It's like they're probably already having the debate about like, well, why should we?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. And there's already been like rumors of information of Nvidia's not going to be producing a ton of GPUs next year because they're shifting again their focus over to AI accelerators. So they're shrinking their gaming business.
Well, yeah, that was what I saw all day today was that Sony might be pushing back the next PlayStation release because they aren't going to have enough chips. They're looking at pushing it back at least 2 years.
Yeah.
When is that going to change? You know, and then a bunch of the dingbats are like, "This is fine. Just build a computer." And it's like, you are
Consoles
not
exist
playing with
for
a
a
full deck
reason,
of
and
cards.
consoles are a way bigger beast than PC gaming is.
But if Sony can't get chips, what makes you think that like you're just going to be able to jump on Newegg and like buy your gaming PC?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like there's probably going to be some type of hiccup there if Sony is having issues. But, what do I know?
Yeah, just build a PC. Some people just want to open a box, plug in said box, turn it on, and start playing games. They have no interest in anything else.
I guess that's a fun present I got this year. I got a PlayStation 5.
Oh, nice.
And it's great.
Yeah.
It's so fun. And the controller is like one of the best controllers I've ever used. Like the haptic feedback stuff is like so cool.
I do like the haptic.
Yeah.
I will make no bones about it, though. I am not a fan of PlayStation. I am not a fan of the DualShock controllers.
Oh. Yeah, I am. I mean, I guess like when you think about, I guess like the form factor or whatever, I still always kind of prefer like the OG, not the large Xbox controllers, but like the next gen Xbox controllers for the Xbox One. Like that shape, that form factor, everything was like flawless.
Yep.
But the haptic stuff is really cool. The trigger's got like resistance. So when you're doing different things, you can feel it different. And then the vibration, like I was playing this game where, you swing your sword and like hit something and you can feel the vibration of like which way you were swinging the sword.
Nice.
When you dinged it on something. Yeah, it gives you a whole other sense of something in the game.
Yeah, it's not just shake, it's intentional feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and it's so subtle and so good. And
as someone who had I had a force feedback joystick for my PC in like 95, and I remember playing Descent 2, which had force feedback in it, or doing heck, even on my joystick, doing Monster Truck Madness 2, because it also did force feedback, and watching the joystick just like popped side to side as it tried to shake it for you. And someone who used the very first... I had the box of Star Fox 64 that came with the Rumble Pack to introduce you to the Rumble Pack.
Oh, yeah.
As that person, I do like the haptic on the Sony. As everything else for preference-wise, I've never liked the X square triangle circle for game inputs. I put things in my head that are linear and supposed to be put into a row, like arrange these shapes. There is no arrangement. There is no logical order in which they go. You just have to know it. Versus A, B, X, Y.
It's funny because like I let my kiddo play like Lego Star Wars right now. He's like really into that, but I have it on my PC. But the only controller I have are PlayStation controllers.
Yeah. But
the only inputs that the Lego games give you are Xbox inputs.
X input, yeah.
And he's figured it out to the point where it's like he's not even like having to like, what is that button? He just knows now. It's like, oh, why? Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny how that works. Like once your brain just adjusts.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the people who use like inverted thumbsticks versus regular. Are you an inverted guy or are you a regular?
Oh, I'm an invert.
Oh, same here. Yeah.
Only on the joystick though, not on the mouse.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That inverted mouse, that's psychotic.
Yeah,
I
know.
Psychotic.
I know.
Inverted thumbstick all the way.
Yeah.
It's gotten to the point where I was playing this game where, it pisses me off because like every time you get into a vehicle or every time you do something or you use a different thing, the thumbstick is regular and you're like, okay, you got to go into the settings. It's like, really? There's a inverted setting for this too? Yes, I want it all inverted. Okay, I'll check that. And then you get to the next thing and it's, wait a minute, okay, darn it, I got to check that box too. Make it inverted. So annoying.
The games that always throw me for a loop are actually not on the y-axis because that's a pretty well-known thing that people have sensitivities to. I grew up with Flight Sim, so pull back to look up. That just makes sense to me, and that's how I learned, and that's where my muscle memory's at. So every game now has a menu option for invert Y. There's a school of thought around, specifically like think of Zelda, think of third-person Zelda. You have a virtual camera looking down at an actor, right?
Yeah, you're thinking of the Mario 64 thing that they shined a literal mirror on when you could see...
Right, which was hilarious and amazing, seeing like Lakitu running behind you with the camera. Yeah. It was so perfect to introduce you to, oh, this is how this works in the 3D space. Yeah. But think of game input, you're playing the Switch, you're playing Zelda, or you're playing Link. Link is you're giving input direction to Link. Walk forward, walk back, strafe left, strafe right. Right, that's your left stick. Your right stick. Is this controlling the camera or is this controlling Link? And the reason that is a difference is if I want to move the camera right, I go right. If I want Link's head to turn a direction, it's the opposite direction.
Yeah.
And so what are you controlling in that space? And X input throws me, or the X axis throws me because of situations like that, where first person versus third person, it feels like it needs to be backwards.
I actually just recently had to tweak a game to have a difference between first and third person because of that very problem.
Yeah.
Where I was just like, no, I can't do it. It's got to be this way. It's got to switch. If I'm in first person, it's got to be this way. If I'm in third person, it's got to be this way.
Right.
It's funny.
Yeah, and I guess I've always been a gosh, where's the thought at? Camera direction. So if I'm in third person, I understand I'm turning a camera, I'm rotating to the right around the axis, right? Versus when I go to first person, it's no, I'm turning the actor's head to the right. Yeah. I've always been more the camera, especially in third person.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah, for what it's worth, by the way, I got the PS5, been playing Star Wars Outlaws. That game is awesome.
I've touched on it for benchmarking, but I've never really done anything outside like the opening tutorial. And it looks like fun, and I know it had so many technical problems when it launched on PC.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
I have no idea because I waited because all the reviews said it sucked, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, well, whatever. I guess I could wait.
I
picked it up for $10 on sale.
They had some gnarly driver issues because both AMD and NVIDIA were introducing brand new driver architecture. And I guess this one, they had worked so hard on getting like 4000 series to work that when 5000 series launched, it completely broke the driver for everything. And they were doing like transparent floors and floating textures and wireframe showing through mesh and like doing like really, really weird anomalies that haven't existed for a long time.
Yeah. Well, supposedly, everybody said if they had just maybe had like an open beta for launch, they probably could have solved a lot of these issues and gotten better reviews. But
yeah.
I can't believe how freaking good this game is. And it's so much fun. Like once you get out of the tutorial and you get into like the first world where you can kind of like walk through this town. I mean, it is Star Wars how you've always wanted to see it.
Yeah.
Skull is saying, glad someone else is having fun with Outlaws. It's easy to pick up and play for $10. It's been worth it.
Yeah.
And he says, very curious to see how well it runs on a Steam Deck-like device. My buddy got it on Switch, and it looks and plays great. Yeah. Obviously, it doesn't look as good as it looks on like my PS5, for example, but they're playing it just fine. You know what I mean? And it looks good. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably has to run on the Steam Deck at this point, but who knows?
I don't remember if I tested it on the 3050 rig. I don't remember if it was in or out of my testing cycle at that point, because I started testing it early in the year, and then I think it just kind of... I had not seen great reviews for it on PC, and I'm like, why am I testing this if no one's playing this? Like, I'll include Wreckfest because I think that's a fun game, even though it's not the most popular game on Steam or Teardown or things like that. But that one kind of felt like, okay, it had a flash in the pan, everyone hated it, we're never going to talk about it again. Like, but yeah.
It's coming back around.
Yeah, a couple more super chats. Demonologist sends in $5. Thank you so much. First time catching live. Love to see someone doing fun things. Nos energy for a cheers to y'all. That Nos.
Living the dream.
Yeah. Looking hopefully forward to finding an IT job in 2026. Oh, good luck.
Cheers to that.
Yeah. And then in 5 more years, you'll look into becoming a goat farmer because that's what we all want to do. Really.
The dream is still alive for Jeff.
Yep.
The goat farming dream.
One day I'll get that farm, man. What are you going to do if you ever get out? I don't know, farm goats or something? And then Michael sends in 5 Aussie bucks. Hey, that is the fat hacker. Anyone noticed that with the new open NVIDIA drivers, TrueNAS 25.10 has dropped Maxwell, Pascal, and Volta? Yes. So that happened with... they announced it, I believe, in 575, and then they warned people in 590, and then I think this is what, 595, 597 driver that just launched, something like that. That yes, they no longer have new feature support, and typically when that happens, Linux will drop support. And so in Windows, it'll go like, yeah, okay, we'll install this, at least for a little while. Yeah, Maxwell, Pascal, Volta, officially legacy.
Woohoo! Did you see Green Protag? Did you read him already before?
I did. Yes.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yep. You know what I haven't read yet? And that's this video's sponsor, because they sent in a super chat of their own, shall we say. Where did my... Oh, come on. You said you found the video. Now you're not going to find the video?
Don't do this to me, Jeff.
What is this? Hold on. We're going to come back. We're going to do that. Come on.
Hopefully they're not watching. Okay. This is embarrassing.
This is embarrassing. Yeah. Gosh. Am I going to have to load their logo? It doesn't want to play the video. I don't know why.
Just point your camera at the screen.
Transform. Copy transform. We're going to delete that layer. We're doing this live. We're going to add a new media source.
This is perfect. Media
source. Yeah.
It gives me a chance to talk about Morrowind, which I haven't had a chance to talk to you. Oh,
there we go. And then we're going to go transform, paste transform. We're going to throw that under our background. And hey, look at that.
Yay!
Hey, today's video is brought to you by Meter. While I enjoy building out my home lab and have spent nearly 20 years in professional IT, not every business has a Jeff working for them. And managing your own network infrastructure without a Jeff can be a challenge. Dealing with different vendors for firewalls, switching, Wi-Fi, and then when something goes wrong, it can grind your business to a halt. That's where Meter comes in. Meter delivers an all-in-one networking stack that bundles everything you need into a single package, including high-speed wired and wireless networking, power delivery, firewall and routing, and even cellular, all in a single integrated solution that's built for performance and scalability. Meter handles everything from network design, procurement, installation, and will even negotiate with ISPs to get you the best rates on internet connectivity. All of that shows up in a single cloud-based dashboard, giving you clear visibility into every layer of your network. You get the connectivity your business needs, all for a predictable monthly cost. Best of all, there's no upfront expenses. Meter ships the hardware you need today and will automatically upgrade your hardware as time goes on, ensuring your users and your business always have the tools and connectivity they need. Whether you're starting a new business, expanding to new locations, or simply modernizing an aging network, let Meter take care of the hassle for you. Visit meter.com/craftcomputing to book a demo today. Again, that's meter.com/craftcomputing, and thanks to Meter for sponsoring today's video.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Thanks, Meter. And they paid me to not make puns, so...
I was wondering if they got that message. I'm glad that got through. Me texting them at 3 a.m. going, you got to stop him.
The problem is that there's just like no real safe puns for a word like meter.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We could do lots of things, but it just...
Yeah. Jay sends in a $2 super chat. Be right back, planting my goats so they sprout in March. Yeah, that's the key, is you got to get in and plant your goats early. Earlier than you think. If you're planting tomatoes, your goat season is long past. So, and then Cosworth sends over $2. Thank you so much, Cos. Has Rett gotten crabs yet? Have we given you crabs?
Wait a minute. He sent in $2 super chat, then retracted his message, then sent a $2 super chat in again saying the same thing.
Yes.
I said that I kept delousing. However, I have now
No,
just gone.
Rett, not that kind of crab.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry. So sorry. I'm in the dark. No idea what we're talking about, though.
Crab Champions. I'm sure you've seen the Crab Rave meme.
Yeah.
Crab Champions is the game that meme was built on. It was the engine that it was built with. Crab Rave was a test of the engine, just to like, okay, cool, we got 30 crabs to do something cool on a beach, and the physics look good, and the cameras look good, and everything. And then people loved it so much, they're like, make a game out of it.
Nice.
And so we did. And it's Crab Champions. And you've played Risk of Rain 2, Brotato.
Yeah.
It's a bullet hell multiplayer game. Multiplayer co-op, and it's great. If you have any kind of seizure disorder, not the game for you.
You will discover it while you're playing.
We have broken the game itself. We have broken video encoders to the point that I was trying to broadcast one of my crab sessions to my Discord. The encoder broke so hard, or there was so much movement on the screen, the image went black and white. We stripped color away from an NVENC video encoder. Yes. Zeus chimes in for $2 and says, Jeff mentioned crab and my roommate cheered, yes! And I know which roommate you're talking about. Yes. Man, crabs is great.
And for anybody curious, it's on sale right now for $6.99.
$7.
So I went ahead and I got crabs.
Excellent.
I got crabs, and you can get crabs too.
Yeah. So when it launched, it had 4-player multiplayer, and that's what it was for like a year. They updated it recently. You can do 16-player multiplayer now.
Nice.
So at PDX LAN, we got a squad together. Hold on. Someone just sent me a gift on Steam. Liar's Bar. Oh, this looks like Shotgun Roulette. Interesting. Okay, cool. Someone gifted me a game. Thank you.
Wow, that was nice of them.
Thank you so much. I'll check that one out.
That was really nice of them.
Yeah. But yeah, at PDX LAN, we put 15 people into a Crab Rave game. And you go island by island, and as you're racking up, you're getting more damage for your guns. You're making your bullets larger. You're shooting more bullets. You're healing faster. You know,
nice.
Standard roguelite style game.
Yeah.
And you're trying to unlock other weapons and abilities to go do a new run, and that's it.
Love it. I love that style of game.
Exactly. It's the perfect formula. But early islands, you're shooting at about, we'll say, put a metronome at it, between 60, maybe 45 for the slowest gun, up to a nice brisk minigun, you know, a 220, 230 beat. And you're running around the map, and you're strafing individual like little slugs and crabs and things like that, and barely picking off like 30 hit points. End of game, I can stand across the map, and press my mouse button once, and do like 7 billion damage that auto seeks. Individual bullets and saw blades and lightning bolts and things like that, but I can go bink.
Nice. That's fun. I love those style of games.
And the screen goes nuts with all the saw blades and effects and lightning and storms and things that are happening. And then multiply that by 16. My RTX 5090 got brought down to about 25 FPS. And in fact, when I was doing a multiplayer, someone was dropping nukes on the map and brought me down to 2 FPS on a 5090.
That's how you know you're playing a fun game.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, we those late game effects do break the video encoder. At least the one that broadcasts to Discord. If we were doing a higher bitrate, it'd probably be fine. But yeah, it's an intense game. Cosworth, $2. Rett, Crabs is the perfect game for your BC250. Oh no, he's trying to recruit you into another cult.
Not again. These Pacific Northwesterners, man.
Yep.
Gotta drop the cult mentality.
Look, not everything has to be a cult. We should be able to go to Voodoo Donuts without a blood ritual.
It doesn't have to be a cult. It's gonna be our new motto up here in the Northwest.
Not everything's a cult. It
doesn't have to be a cult.
Yeah, and Jay chimes in and says, "Yeah, that was me who broke your crabs. Who dropped me down to 2 FPS. Was it turrets and nukes, if I'm remembering correctly? So I was hosting the game, and the game is really cool because it seems to use GPU for the majority of the physics and damage calculation, and so the CPU can sit at like 30%, and you can rip off thousands upon thousands of rounds of ammo, and it's able to track each individual one, multiple penetrations, bounces, multiplications on things. And the only thing that happens is your frame rate goes down because you're running so much GPU compute, it'll actually start taking away from the render pipeline. Turrets and nukes. Forgot what I was playing that run. So turrets are a findable item to accentuate one of your abilities. You don't start with turrets. You have to find them. And so to do a turret build, you have to get the right items very early game. And he had turrets as that, and the ability that he latched it to happened to be drop an airstrike. And you can get abilities that make that airstrike, from 10 meters across to 7 times the size of the map that you're standing on, size across. Yeah.
See, games where they just don't stop the math from mathing.
Oh, it doesn't stop. I have broken the game to a point where my gun, I think I was on a high rate of fire minigun build. Mm-hmm. So I'm going through like 150 rounds in a mouse click. Like, you touch it, they're gone. But that's 150 individual rounds. Each of my rounds had like a 9x multiplier on it. So instead of 1 bullet, I'd shoot 9 bullets, basically Portal style at this point. Each of those, when it impacts something, split 7 ways. And then each of those bullets, depending on the number of bounces that it does, or what it impacts next, does either a specific amount of damage, goes through it, bounces, or multiplies again. And so it was the pyramid scheme of weapons. If you think about it, it was if you bullets split into 3, and you 3 bullets split into 3 more bullets each. If Jeff holds the trigger for about a half second, you've got 7 billion physics problems to solve.
This is like the Morrowind of crab-based roguelike multiplayer games.
Yeah. Yeah, I discovered it in early November, and I have 130 something hours into it. So I've been playing way too late, way too many nights.
I know Rev already was like, "Can Rett get crabs after the stream?" We'll see.
Can Rett come
Got
out
it
to
installed.
play?
Yeah,
Jeff,
please.
we promise we won't break your
Streetlights.
5090 this time.
The streetlights aren't even on yet. Vince sure is taking a lot of credit for this one.
Yeah. Vince is the seed instigator for my server having crabs. I'm really shocked I didn't get it from Skull, because Skull's the one person in our group who has more time into the game than I do, and he's got like eight times as much time into the game that I do. But yeah, we're like, gosh, what was it? Vince gave it to Zeus. So this is Circuit Rewind and Home Lab Hazards. Vince gave it to Zeus in like one PDX LAN, and then the next PDX LAN, Zeus gave it to the rest of us. So we all fired up Crab Champions, and we invited Skull to come on Crab Champions, and we're all at rank 1, and he's at rank 239.
Nice.
After 130 hours into this game, I am at rank 33. And Skull says he got it from Vince. Okay. So there is a route.
It's just like contact tracing, you know?
Yeah.
Finding patient 0 for the latest STD.
Yep. So yeah, Vince is a super spreader. That's is Elmo in the chat tonight?
Whoops.
I haven't seen
Oh,
Elmo
no.
yet. Elmo, if you're there, say something. If not, hold on.
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still here. Chrome is doing its fun thing with my stream. There we go.
I accidentally launched some game also in big picture mode. That was stressful. I don't even know what game it was or what button I pushed, but not cool. Steam needs to take the big picture mode button away from the minimize button.
Yeah, it's like, okay, go away, Steam, or okay, Steam, take over my entire desktop for the next 2 minutes.
And then there's like, it's not like there's a quick way out of it if you're not used to big picture mode.
Yeah,
You're like pressing
menu,
escape.
power, exit to desktop. It's under power.
Oh,
Because it's supposed to be an OS shell.
right. Makes sense when you're on your Steam Deck or something, but
I'm actually wondering, instead of loading Explorer, could you load Steam in big picture as a shell? I think you can inside of Windows. That might be something to experiment with. Ooh, I just gotta... Oh, that's devilish.
he's got to go shoot a video, guys.
I gotta go
Sorry.
shoot... I'm gonna shut down. I'm gonna go shoot
Stream's
this
over.
video. What if we took the LTSC version of Windows 11 and we didn't load Explorer for the shell, and we loaded Steam with the big picture flag on the end of it?
That would be pretty fun.
You get Windows at a root level. It's still running Windows. The problem is you wouldn't get still any of the other services. Because Explorer... Or no, you would. Because Explorer is just the... Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, no. I'm trying to think of, like, logistically through this. Because I know how Windows used to work, but I haven't done anything with shell replacement since, like, Windows XP days. I believe Explorer is still just the browser. Yeah, and Vince says the same thing. Old Windows, changing the shell was trivial. Windows 11 these days, F if I know. Exactly. Like, I haven't thought about it doing a shell replacement for so long. All right, cool. That's
Done.
That's a video. I got work to do this week. As if I didn't have anything else to do.
Yeah, I know things are so slow around Craft Computing Studios. You're always just twiddling your thumbs trying to...
Look.
That's a joke for anybody not curious.
Look, starting your own business is a lot of fun. I recommend everyone at least try it. When that solo business isn't enough for you, try starting second business. And start doing devices. Oh, and I still do, merchandise on the side. And it's all me. My sister, luckily, lately has been, she's interested in learning a lot of the automated, like, arts, doing, laser cutters and CNC and 3D printing and sewing, and whatnot. So she's been wanting to learn my laser cutters and taking over some of that work for me. So I can tell her, oh, go cut, here's 3 order sheets, go cut these for me. And she does it, and then she can set the machine up and
nice
whatnot. But yeah.
But 2 companies, super fun.
Yeah.
Not everybody has a sister to help them with the second one, Jeff. Come on.
I know.
Why are you being so ableist about this?
I really am. Not that I also don't also have 3 children who are in 3 very different stages of life.
This seems like a great place to tell you that I'm opening my second beer.
Couldn't excellent.
Wait for you any longer.
No,
it's
I polished mine off just a couple minutes ago, so this works.
Timing.
Go for it.
Another local, Ninkasi Slayer. It is Ninkasi's seasonal winter ale.
Excellent choice.
And apparently it's a roasty, malty ale. It was brewed for the winter. Layers of deeply toasted malt are balanced by just enough hop bitterness to make it deceivingly drinkable. It is 7.2 ABV with 60 IBUs.
Excellent. And then from my Craft Computing Discord Secret Santa, I got from Parish Brewing in Louisiana, the West Coast Ghost, West Coast style double IPA, 8% even. I have had this one before. I don't remember it though, but I distinctly remember the can art. This is probably one I'd have to look back at a video and search for Parish Brewing and see what I thought about it. Not that I have ever used my own video library for references as far as what was going on that day in my life. When did I finally set up the 3D printer? Oh, right. There's the video.
Classic. Denvera, $5. Says, I launched Steam at login in Big Pics, and I can log into Windows with a controller. If you have a pin, no need to block Explorer.
There's no need to block Explorer. I think it's more of the interesting potential of doing that. Because I kind of...
There's no video if you don't block Explorer.
Right. Not only for... Oh, let's just launch into big picture mode. I'm more curious about... Number one, is it possible to replace the Windows shell in Windows 11? Because I know that totally used to be possible. I ran emulator front ends that were built for Windows that replaced Explorer.exe for your shell. And you booted directly into a controller-based interface on a Windows XP machine. But... Can you still do... Does that still work? Can I still replace Explorer.exe with something else? What other services load with it? What services don't load? how many of the startup hooks of all the bloatware and the spyware and whatnot, is that tied into the Windows shell and the services, or is that part of Explorer? Which part of Windows is that hooked into? I'm sure someone already knows the answer to this, but this is how you generate video concepts and how I start doing research.
It always starts with a fun little idea. Without a fun little idea, all you have are horrible, large, monstrous ideas.
Yeah.
That aren't fun.
They're a lot of fun when they end up working. The fun part is I like to post whether they work or not, because I'm not the only person who's probably ever had some of these ideas. It's just how many people have tested them, and is there information out there? That's one of the hardest things about trying these interesting project ideas is, hey, what's this old Newegg is selling a NVIDIA Tesla K2 for $40. Well, heck, that's basically a GTX 680. I wonder what we could do with it. And then trying to hack it and take bits and pieces of fragmented information and put it together to get an idea of what is this card and what can it be used for? Is it even able to play games? Is it? And then 20 some odd videos later, we've basically solved being able to stream games from a virtualized host of some kind, be able to split graphics cards, and show you multiple ways to do it. That all started because of a $40 eBay purchase. Hey, what's possible? So, I think tomorrow I'm going to take my Windows desktop and I'm going to replace Explorer.exe with Steam Dash Big Picture and see what happens.
Have your camera rolling.
Mm-hmm.
I want that first impression.
Yeah.
Got another $10 super chat up there too. If you're looking for things to read, Jeff.
I did miss that. This is from Elliot. Elliot, then... Yeah, we'll just go with Elliot. I can't even see the full name on the super chat.
Elliot Hanford.
Elliot Hanford. Okay. Cool. $10. Thank you very much. I'm building a Ceph cluster with this microcloud, and it's all Jeff's fault. 24 terabyte drives are expensive. Oh my gosh. Very cool. Did you go with the X9 or the X10? Or there's a secret third node option for those that I may or may not have on hand. Yeah, what microcloud did you end up getting? And you're Ceph clustering 16 24 terabyte drives? Is that what I'm reading correctly there? That's amazing. On that box. I would like to know more. Jeff, do you own a copy of Launchbox? I do indeed own a copy of Launchbox. But, look, sometimes shell replacement is really cool. Other times it just breaks basic functionality because a game had a random path that it needed to find or locate a file, and it used a hook in Explorer to be able to do that. And so now launching the game, it can't find that file because that hook doesn't work anymore. That happens a lot. And so as great as shell replacements have been, even my arcade machine behind me is running Windows 7 and just launches to the desktop and then loads RetroArch on top of that. Where I know I could be running Launchbox or RetroArch or some Linux distro, but I wanted to keep this one simple, and so that's running Windows 7. It's funny, I think I have as I have 2 Windows 11, 1 Windows 10, and 1 Windows 7 machine running in my house right now, and that's it.
Wow. Wow. And you used to be the Windows guy. Everybody knew you as the Windows guy.
When was I ever known as the Windows guy?
Every video, you could go and watch a video and they'd be like, have you tried Linux yet? And you'd be like, Windows just works. That's what you would say.
You know what's really funny is I think it's my 8th video ever on the channel. Was me rebuilding an 8-core Mac Pro, a 2009 Mac Pro. Hacking it into 2010 firmware and installing Nehalem 5650 CPUs, 6-core, 12-thread, where I had to delid them and, or actually, no, I didn't delid them, and people yelled at me, and I'm like, look, just don't tighten the heatsink all the way. It's fine. And how's this for a blast from the past? I put an NVIDIA graphics card into that Mac Pro with current driver and OS support.
Nice.
I put a GTX 1050 Ti into that Mac Pro.
Oh, one video. Okay, Jeff. Guess you're not the Windows guy anymore.
Yeah. The reason I built that machine was so it could be my video editing and podcast machine.
Was it?
It was.
Oh.
For like
nice.
for like the first 3 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, no, we were on a Mac Pro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then I went back to Windows. I think when we sold the house is about when I got rid of the Mac Pro, and then just went to a single PC for everything.
Okay.
And then stayed on PC until was it last year? Yeah, middle of last year I did the Linux 30-day challenge, which turned into a 45-day video review, and then staying on Linux for like 6 months before I finally switched back. I had finally gotten fed up with little bugs with OBS and specifically DaVinci Resolve. I had little bugs that were stacking up and just pecking at me. And so I literally ripped the machine out, put a different machine in, and threw Windows back on it. And went, all right, I just need to edit this video now. To now, that Windows PC pissed me off again. I'm on Mac.
Well, see, that's good, because one of my biggest sales pitches lately has been like, I mean, everybody's divesting from Windows, even Jeff.
I have more Linux PCs than Windows PCs in the house right now. Or it's about even. I think it's about even. I think it's 3 and 3. Or no, my wife has a Windows laptop. Okay, so it's 4 Windows, 3 Linux. And then 2 Mac OS.
Nice.
And a server rack in the garage. Yeah, Jay says the 2009 Mac Pro was a monster of a machine. Yeah. I still remember that machine. I remember how I got it. I found it on Craigslist one day. This was back when those machines were still $1,000. And found it on Craigslist for $300, I think is what the guy listed it for. And I went, does it work? And he goes, yeah, it works. And I said, okay, cool. Can I give you $250 cash and I'll meet you in 10 minutes? And he goes, yeah. And I said, okay, $250 cash. So I hit an ATM and met him in a parking lot. And I don't advise doing this, but if you're buying a piece of machinery that is worth more in scrap than it is working, you can go ahead and just pay the money. You don't have to test it. And at that point, it's like, I'm paying $250 for this machine. If it doesn't work, I could sell the parts inside of it for probably $300, $350. Easy. If I get a video out of this, maybe I make money on the video. If I do whatever else. He literally rolled up and I went, $250? It's all in there. Thank you.
Perfect.
Walked out with it, and then Yeah, took it from a base model 2009, or no, base model dual core, to a 12 core system with, I think I put 64 gigs of FB DDR2, fully buffered DIMMs. Those were the real thick Chongus boys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Don't you have a BC250 with SteamOS? Oh, technically I have 3 of those. I wasn't even counting those. So yeah, that's 6-4 in favor of Linux.
Why don't you just run it on Linux, bro? Oh man, what was that one video that we did for like I can't even remember what type of service it was. For like booting off of a flash drive or something. What the hell was that? And everybody was like, "Why don't you try
Oh, no.
Puppy?"
Right. No, that
What was that?
the drive's out in the garage right now. That was a specific product. It was the IODD ST400.
That's right.
It was a it's a 2.5-inch drive enclosure that can mount ISOs as a virtual USB CD-ROM drive, or mount virtual hard drives. And I wanted all
That's
three of
right.
those features. And the pitch was, not sponsored. They didn't even send it. I paid money for this, got it in, and went, "That's a really cool product. I should make a video." And
Why don't you use Puppy Linux or whatever?
no, it was, "Why didn't you use Ventoy?"
Ventoy. How did
We'll
I
get to
forget?
that.
Ventoy.
But yeah, the whole purpose of that and the whole pitch of that product wasn't like, "Hey, boot off a USB CD or boot off an ISO." It was, "Hey, here's a really cool device that you should be giving your technicians if you have people who work in the field." It was, you can build ISOs and put ISOs into a directory on here and mount them as virtual drives. You could mount VHD files, virtual hard drive files, and basically give someone a clean operating system to boot into. Because the VHD doesn't even have to be Windows. It could be a Linux boot environment. It could be a custom toolset environment with all your like diagnostic tools. So many different things. And you could mount those virtually, or you can access the raw disk itself as just a nice external portable drive. And the response to that video was, "Why didn't you use Ventoy?" I went, "I don't know. Ventoy doesn't have any of those features." Oh, and you could also encrypt it. I believe you could encrypt it, which I didn't even try out. And so, yeah, you could have to enter a password to unlock it every single time. But why didn't you use Ventoy? I don't know. Ventoy doesn't do any of that.
That was just. Oh god, it's so funny. I'm sitting here trying to like remember what it was, and the moment you said Ventoy, I had like a PTSD response home.
You were that Vietnam dog meme.
Seriously. Oh my god.
Should I put the rant? Oh, hold on. What is that?
You know what, Jeff? That video has 250,000 views.
Right?
Let them hate.
Right. Exactly.
Oh.
All right. $5 super chat from Zeus. All right, Jeff. Do I go with Linstor or Ceph on my mini private pools setup? Yakta was pushing me to Ceph, but ChatGPT says I should do DRBD. Linstor is if I remember correctly, a highly customized version of ZFS. It's ZFS with bonus features. What is the purpose of these mini private pools? And you can DM me if you'd like. But I like the advantages of ZFS for general file storage in my single to 5 user environment. You get the most storage and the right amount of redundancy for the least amount of cost, both in hardware and in additional hard drives and things like that. You know, a RAID Z2, cool. You drop 2 disks from your Mac, or your minimum of 4. So if you build a 6 or an 8 disk array, you get 6 out of 8 of the capacity of that. We call that a win. With Ceph, not only do you typically run Ceph devices individual to a server, but you have to have multiple servers with matching devices, or at least compatible devices, to be able to pool together. So you've doubled your compute costs even if you don't need additional compute. You've mirrored all of your data to every disk, but it takes a third to half of your disk capacity to maintain quorum. It's way safer. It's a way safer way to store your data. All of your data is in triplicate. In theory, as long as you can still access your Ceph pool, but that's... So, do you have unlimited budget? Cool, Ceph, it's amazing. Yeah, also Jay says DRBD is also block only. Yes, I had forgotten about that. So, complicated question, but a good question to ask.
Sounds like you got some choices, Zeus.
Mm-hmm.
You got some choices to make.
The ultimate thing, I mean, obviously my ultimate answer is, well, it depends. I don't even know where that came from. It really does. What are you storing? Oh, he DM'd me. Let's see. What are you storing with it? Making a blah, blah, blah.
Careful. It's going to be a Rick Astley meme.
Yeah. I'm expecting Goatsy from him.
His own Goatsy. It's riveting television, Jeff. You're silently reading somebody's DM.
Yeah, no, there's things to this, and then the Rick Astley GIF just to set it off. Perfect. Yeah, DRBD less CPU and RAM intensive than Ceph, and still node failure resilient, but Ceph is better for expanding pools. And yes, that is also a fair point. Is you want to add more Ceph? Cool. JBOD, bring a bunch more disks. Versus DRBD, Linstore, you have to create a new VDEV, which means a new pool, which means a new replication mode. It's a lot trickier. Although they do have somewhat dynamic expansion now, but it's still a very limited selection on what you can actually do to expand an existing Z pool. Yeah. Cool. I like the idea. There's more to the I had to read through the lines to get all the info, because there's a lot more there than I can share. DRBD for this situation.
Wow. I don't know, man. ChatGPT though. ChatGPT? Are you gonna go toe to toe with ChatGPT, bro?
I am. No, I'm going with ChatGPT, which feels even worse, honestly.
I didn't even read I should have reread it.
There's a fly that keeps buzzing by me too. It's bugging the crap out of me. It keeps going right here between me and the lens. It's like, anywhere else, I don't care. I can ignore you, but don't do this.
That's just the ghost of your choices.
Yeah.
Haunting your future.
Yeah.
Wow, he's going with ChatGPT, guys. I guess Jeff also puts glue on his pizza. I don't know. That's what somebody else said. Shab Ziegler said ChatGPT says put glue in pizza and melts down if you ask it about a seahorse emoji.
Okay. Interesting.
I was just trying to include chat, you know?
Yeah. Jeff Welcome's our robot overlord. I like
I
that
don't
you're
use ChatGPT, so I don't know what it says.
Yeah, neither do I. I can't say I never have. I did use it a couple times this last year. I've talked about that. I've said, hey, is this email that I just wrote in this delicate situation offensive to the person who receives it?
And I told you shouldn't have sent that to me. It was offensive.
That's why I clarified later on how offensive, and it was just the right amount. See, it's a really good...
Wow, ChatGPT coming in clutch.
You're still talking to me, so I think it was just the right amount.
I'm talking to you because of the contractual obligation that I have to do so.
Why the hell aren't you at work?
Oh, Jesus. Well, we should do shows on Mondays more often.
We should, yeah. We should talk about some of the more news, because there are a couple more fun things to talk about. This one is more like interesting. None of this is financial advice. There is stocks mentioned in here, just have to say. But ARM, the organization that owns the rights to ARM CPUs, ARM sheds billions in market cap after Qualcomm hints at RISC-V adoption when they acquired Ventara Micro this last month. So for those who don't know what ARM actually does, the name of their company is ARM Holdings. And the reason it's ARM Holdings is ARM, as a company, doesn't make ARM CPUs. They design ARM CPUs, they design components for ARM CPUs, and then they license out the rights to use those CPUs. And so, even a couple of cents per ARM CPU, that adds up really quick. But they don't themselves build CPUs. So Qualcomm, huge ARM purchaser. Qualcomm obviously makes their own CPUs as well as licenses out CPUs. They will design CPUs for your applications. They do a lot of really cool things. When Qualcomm goes out and spends a couple $2 billion acquiring a RISC-V CPU developer, RISC-V being an open source CPU architecture, maybe alarm bells start to go off. My read on this, again, not financial advice, this is probably just a little bit of overreaction followed by correction. Because, remember, markets are entirely speculative. But dropping 8%, it's a big drop. Definitely a big drop. Qualcomm went up 2.5%. But 8.6% drop in ARM because Qualcomm acquires a company that could potentially replace you. Yes. But I think it's definitely smart of Qualcomm to make this acquisition and make it public and go, yeah, we're really interested in RISC-V tech. Because number one, that'll help get you better prices on your stuff. You're like, oh, your latest flagship, Snapdragon. Oh, I don't know if we want to pay that this time around. Yeah. It's business, supply, demand. If you no longer demand the item, it's amazing how price can go down. If only we would stop demanding so many items.
I stopped a long time ago, Jeff.
Yeah. I was even talking food. But, yeah. I mean, obviously the interesting news out of this is Qualcomm just publicly acknowledging, yeah, we bought a RISC-V development company. They seem kind of cool.
Guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Could be interesting. This news was my favorite to read over the weekend. This is in the hours after Christmas. Rainbow Six, the online multiplayer game, their servers were hacked, and to the best of their knowledge, no customer data was lost. No personally identifiable information was obtained outside of maybe like usernames of logged in players, or players in general. But, not, it's a breach, but not a huge one, right? Well, this story has a little bit of a Robin Hood aspect to it, which I absolutely loved. And that is that whoever broke into Rainbow Six decided to use their access to gift every player in the game thousands of actual dollars worth of is this an Ubisoft product?
Ubisoft product.
U-Bucks.
U-Bucks.
Yeah.
Unobtainabucks.
Right. But because you can just manufacture the dollars, it's not a real currency. It's not an actual loss for the company, but thousands of dollars in currency added to your account, no cash value. That's got to be fun, right? Now I can buy all the microtransaction things that I never was going to spend actual money on. Oh, it gets better. They also gifted every player like every skin in the game. And while that's not a bad thing to the players, that is a bad thing to the company that is monetizing that. I'm not defending microtransactions here. I'm simply stating that if you had repeated revenue from people buying skins, and those skins were now already owned by every single player, you're no longer going to get that recurring revenue from that service. It is a loss in income. That is a statement of fact. But I love that this just went full Robin Hood. Like, I'm going to break into the servers. What am I going to steal? Credit card numbers? User info? Like, you can sell this on the black market for a couple $1,000s with a good certified breach? No, I'm going to gift all of the players everything from the bank that I find.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
Why not? I mean, the thing is I do feel like at the end of the day, you just make more skins and sell more product, or whatever. The thing, they did a study a long time ago, because I used to be really into like Counter-Strike and Dota 2, and those were two of the biggest games at the time when like the Steam marketplace was kind of like popping off. And they figured out that like the average player is, you're like pulling teeth if you get $20 out of them out of a lifetime. You know what I mean? They figure that like you let these people play the game for free. You're not even playing Rainbow Six Siege for free, by the way. So maybe that number goes down. But you let them play a game for free, and maybe you get $20 out of them on the marketplace, buying skins, buying whatever, buying cosmetics, etc. And
there's been studies multiple times that, what's your average player spend? Oh, like $6. Okay, what do the whales spend? Oh, 80,000.
Right. Exactly. And so it's like, are you really losing money? Because like the whales aren't gonna like not spend money just because like there's this stuff. I don't know. Let's see, how much does Rainbow Six Siege cost to play? I wanted to buy it right now. It's on Steam. Why can't I see it? Oh, wait. Is it free? No, it's not free.
No, I think it's a AAA release game.
Yeah. What's Rainbow Six Siege X?
It's Siege X.
Is that the same game?
Yes, that's the game we're talking about.
So typically $20.
Okay.
Right now it's on sale. $9.99. Perfectly timed to get some free items.
Yeah.
If you had been logged in
Yeah.
2 days ago.
Well, actually, no, that's not entirely the whole story, because Ubisoft had to do something that
Don't tell me this, Jeff.
that I've really never seen in an online service for many, many years. And that is they rolled back their servers.
Oh. Winning hearts and minds everywhere.
However, I am so proud because do you know what this means? That they rolled back their servers. They had functioning backups. And that is amazing.
Wow. I guess if you're going to have a game as a live service, you better have functioning backups.
Right. So
Wow.
I'm looking for the like inner positive of this whole Robin Hood story, as if I didn't need more. But kudos to the IT staff over at Ubisoft for having working, functioning backups and being able to implement them on a holiday weekend, because this happened December 27th.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
I'm sorry you had to work, but I'll give you guys a pat on the back. Like, well done. Skull says, incoming tons of AI-generated skins and unlocks. Yeah, I do believe that Ubisoft is one of the ones that has stated they are selling skins that they generated with AI. So, cool.
That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. Jay chimes in with $5. Thank you so much, Jay. Based on who they acquired, do we have hints about what Qualcomm wants to do with RISC-V? We have absolutely no hints. They've simply acknowledged that they now own a RISC-V developer. And that's what this market reaction is about. As far as I understand it, again, not financial advice. But RISC-V could be used for anything. Kind of like we're starting to see the Raspberry Pi Pico showing up in a bunch of different devices. By the way, I have OpenViro update here in the next week or so. I should have an update video. Speaking of Raspberry Pi Pico projects.
Also, am I frozen?
Yes. I was wondering if my internet was having issues. That's why I paused for a second. And is he moving? Is he breathing? I don't know.
No, if I was messing with you, I'm doing a very good job.
You're way better than usual. Usually you've got an easy tell.
It's that Monday juice. You know what I'm saying? It's that Monday juice. We got 132 people watching. I can perform when the pressure is on, Jeff.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, don't know what's going on, but
and as Vince points out, yes, the RP2040, the Raspberry Pi Pico, is RISC-V and ARM. But yeah, I've got a Raspberry Pi Pico RISC-V project. We're running the ARM cores, but it's got a RISC-V CPU on board, so cool. Coming out soon. But it could be anything from microcontroller use to basic controller on a PCB to a network controller. The fun thing about RISC-V is because it's open source, you can do whatever you want to with it, in theory.
It's a dream.
Yeah. Are you still frozen on your end? Is your camera?
I mean, my camera, yeah. You're looking great. Everything else is looking great. It's just me.
Yeah.
Wonder if I shut off my camera, if that would work.
Yeah.
What if I did this? And then I came back. Nope. Uh-oh.
go.
Zoom might be crashing. You can hear me though, right?
I can hear you. Yes.
Oh yeah. We still alive. Let's go. I think Zoom might be cooked.
I am going to turn off your border since you're... why is this all locked? It shouldn't... Oh, there we go.
It's on you.
Yeah, my OBS is having issues since my CPU started having issues, so I can't unlock my scene. So it's a good thing I don't need to change anything at this point, like I did with getting the ad up and running.
Yeah.
Cool. I guess if you need to reconnect, you're more than welcome to...
I might have to because Zoom's crashing. I'll be right back.
Cool. Vince, Circuit Rewind. Thank you so much, Vince. $20. Heck yes. And then I'll get back to Denver. I didn't forget you. Vince says error 414. URL too long. So long it reached through the screen and smacked Rett and broke his stream. Here, Rett, go get a Rainier. Everything's gonna be okay, buddy.
I'm doing my best, man. Am I back? Well,
you are back. I can hear you. Yes.
Well, you can hear me, but you can't see me. What the hell is going on? I don't like this. I'll try again. BRB.
All right. There he completely disconnected. Maybe that's the key. Let's see. Denver sends over $5. Drake meme. We can't tell if sensitive information was lost. No. We have no record of them accessing sensitive information. Yes. I'm not a fan of the Drake meme. I'd go more with the Geordie LaForge. The no and the yes. Yeah. That's the one I'd do from now on. Although then you could also do the Geordie and Riker meme of the... are you saying we've seen this meme, before? Oh, yes. Dozens, if not hundreds of times. It's impossible to tell. And then Zeus sends over $2. Looks like Jeff needs a Mac Studio for a Mac Mini. Yeah. Part of me wants to take you up on your offer. The other part really wants an M4 Ultra. So I'm kind of holding out to see which one I really need. Plus, I really like my cute Mac Mini case cover. It's great. It looks like a Mac Classic, and that's how I have the second. That is literally where my Discord window is, or my Zoom connection is on the mini monitor underneath my 34-inch ultra wide. What else we got today? While we're waiting for Rett, assuming to reboot his PC and troubleshoot his camera. And yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube's studio page lately, but it's really irritating me, especially on the Mac where I don't have a lot of CPU overhead. There is some kind of a performance leak in YouTube Studio, the live view, that about every 30 or 40 minutes, CPU stops responding. I looked up, my CPU was pinned at like 92%. And doesn't take much longer and it would have overridden everything. Hey, there we go.
There we go. Let me zoom back in a little bit. Whoa! Wow!
Whoa! Too much! Whoa! Easy there.
Good.
We're just getting to know each other. It's cool.
Zoom also gave me some warning about my video. I don't know what it just said to me, but...
Oh, well.
I had to switch USB ports.
Oh, interesting.
Why? Why, technology?
Yeah.
Why do you do this to me?
Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, right, Morrowind. So
no, that's my
So
joke.
in the third era... I mean, at least we're under one roof again, finally, because, Bethesda, owns Fallout, and now Microsoft owns everything, and so
It's true.
So you and I can get along. It's all cool.
I have this excellent hand-bound copy of the 36 Lessons of Vivek. It's so gorgeous.
That is a beautiful cover, man.
It really is,
Wow.
dude. It's so nice. You gotta like hold this thing to really appreciate what it's like.
That.
It's pretty cool. And then it's got all 37 sermons. It even has the secret 37th sermon.
I love that. I love that to the game. It's only printed on the right page.
Right? Well, no. It's printed on.
Okay. You held up 3 in a row that was only on the right page, and I'm like, oh, every left page is blank, just like in the game.
Yeah, it's got both pages, but what's kind of neat is if you can see it, it's like half of it is like like the in-game script, and then the other bit is wait, is in English.
Oh, nice.
So you got both languages. Maybe that doesn't show up very well, but yeah, it's cool. It's a lot of fun, and then there's some fun artwork in there too.
Oh, that's cool. I like that one.
Yeah, it's fun. So anyway, go buy your own in-game Elder Scrolls book from Cattle Abduction Books.
I do like that. I will say I like collecting video game props. The reason I bought a 3D printer was I bought a really... I knew it was going to be 3D printed, but I bought a Noisy Cricket from Men in Black, a prop replica of a Noisy Cricket. And the absolute piece of garbage that I received. I'm like, not only could I do better, I'm going to do better. And so I went out and bought a Prusa Mark III's, and proceeded to nuke a hot end, get it gummed up, didn't have a shoe on it. That was my mistake. Always wear a rubber when 3D printing. But I'm like, okay, do I just buy the replacement hot end? No, I go out and buy a Dragonfly hot end, a 60 watt, custom high flow. I've got, I have a Diamondback nozzle on that printer. I've got a couple of different plates that I use for different things. It's in a IKEA lack enclosure. Like I went hardcore and spent like $2,000 on my $900 printer. And now I have a couple more printers, and now I'm like 3D printing and designing parts to sell to people. But the whole reason I have that is because someone shipped me an absolute piece of crap Noisy Cricket. I still haven't built my own. I started printing parts, and they're close. And in fact, I got one that I also modeled. I put it together with actual screws, and I modeled the openings for the screws into the model that I had found. It's all individual pieces. It's all fixed together, so you can paint each individual piece and then put it together. Mine was printed in it was like spray painted in a couple spots and then printed as like in a half, so like a casting. Yeah, it was horrible. But I think I need to make finally my Noisy Cricket.
It's time.
Yeah. In spite, all things are possible. Yeah. Ain't that the truth? I mean...
Well, aside from the interesting Robin Hood figure, we do have one more story.
Yes.
That'd be fun to do.
Yeah.
It's kind of an interesting one.
GOG. I love GOG. I was part of the beta program when GOG launched in 2007. And got on the beta store and made a couple purchases and gave some feedback, and it was all good. And I've been on there ever since, and I think I have 470 games on GOG now, all purchased. But yeah, I've been around since the beginning. In the beginning, there was CD Projekt Red, and there was Michał Kiciński, I think is how you pronounce that. Um, it's looks like Michael, but it's Mika, and then it's Kiciński. There we go. Cool. One of the co-founders of CD Projekt Red, and also the founder of GOG, has reacquired, or rather acquired from GOG, or from CD Projekt Red. Look, I'll figure out how to say it eventually. The original founder of GOG, CEO of CD Projekt Red, has acquired privately GOG. There we go.
Boom.
Cool. So has it sold? Kind of. It is no longer part of a publicly traded company. And that's kind of the important news out of all of this is CD Projekt Red, as much as we love them for being kind of some of the good guys of the gaming industry, by owning the store and promoting DRM free and putting all their games for sale DRM free and encouraging others to do so and things like that, they're still a publicly traded company. And while I think the margins have been like okay for GOG to operate, there's a certain point at which shareholders, kind of like looking at Nvidia, going, hey, you're making a ton more money over here. Why are you bothering with this GOG crap? Why are you bothering with this gamer stuff on the side? It's probably better for them to spin it off than to kill it because shareholders don't want it anymore. And to cut off an underperforming piece of your company to refocus on your main goals. And so that's what's happened. GOG is now its own company again. And the cool thing is, because it's a private company, you don't have to necessarily answer to shareholders or private interest groups or anything like that. If you've got some passion projects or some games that, look, we're never going to make the return on this game, but in the sake of preservation, it deserves to live. It makes sense to your business model to lose money on projects. And now that they're private, they can do whatever they want.
I think it could be a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, say what you want negatively about Steam. There are a lot of things to say.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a privately owned company its entire life versus Epic, which is a publicly traded company and has shareholders.
Yep.
And Steam seems to just continually make the right moves for what they're doing. Maybe not as good as GOG has made over the years. But nobody is so pissed off with Steam's business model yet that they have completely abandoned ship.
Yeah.
You know, and the fact that they can sell the Steam Deck for what they sell it at, you know, by being a direct market place and
direct to consumer supplier.
Exactly. Like they're making up the sales of the Steam Deck in the back on the games and stuff like that. And I mean, as much as I've wanted to divest from a company like Steam, I mean, they just keep doing it right, and I just keep buying games. I don't know. There's something to be said. If your mission is to preserve these games and offer games like this without DRM, like Jeff said, there's only so long you can do that as a publicly traded company before it begins to run directly contrary to your mission. You know what I mean? So
bar must go up, line must increase.
And we're trained, I think, like in this kind of the capitalist like landscape to view a move like this with a little bit of distrust. But there's been a lot of companies in the history of the U.S. that have gotten worse once they become publicly traded. You know, I think about this one company I used to work for. It was a store that was pretty popular. It's all over the country. And like when they were privately held, Employees had like pretty good benefits. They had all of like the Christian focused holidays off because the owners were Christian and and the company was like supposed to be a Christian focused company. And when they got their publicly traded options out there, it was like 8 months before the benefits went away and the holidays went away and all of the sweet little things of working for that company went away. And so I don't know, it could be kind of interesting. We're trained to like look at a move like this with a little bit of distrust, but at the same time,
Yeah.
when one person controls it and they have the right idea, maybe it goes good for us. I don't know.
Yep.
Who knows? We'll
Yeah.
have to wait and see.
Yep. No, it's amazing how often you see companies go public, and it's good for a couple of years, right? Like, we're still the same people, we're still the same management, we're still the same everything else. Good pay, competitive wages, good benefits, and then shareholders go, "Hey, you were growing 30% year over year, and this last year you only grew 22%. We expected 30, and we really need to know." It seems like you need to trim some fat. Maybe you've gotten to a point where you little employee heavy, little this, little that. Maybe we're not meeting the rest of the market where it is as far as expenses go, and so all of a sudden they take 30% of their workers and they work them at 31 and a half hours, just shy of being eligible for benefits in most states. And cut their health insurance and everything else.
Yeah. I mean, half the time to a company that has shareholders, increasing revenue is conflated with cutting costs, which means cutting services, which means, becoming a worse company overall. When your whole goal is to maximize profits, it doesn't really matter what it is that you're giving people, especially if you have something that's already profitable and you're going to just get by on pure momentum for a little bit.
Yeah.
That way the shareholders can get as much extracted as humanly possible before they gut the thing that you've come to love and eviscerate it right in front of your very eyes, squeezing every last drop of blood before you and your entire family. Some people call it enshittification, Jeff.
Rett,
but
not that kind of crap, man.
It is that type of crowd. I don't know what to say, man. They're chanting my name right now. Oh, damn it. We lost 2 viewers. Well, those people can go. The rest of you, I know you're on my side.
The rest of you fine people. Man, that went dark. Hey, let him cook.
Let him cook. See, Jeff. Oh, damn it. We lost another 3 viewers.
No, it's holding 130 for me.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. And maybe it's just the algorithm trying to get me to stop.
Might be. We peaked at 140, and that was about 10 minutes ago or so. Dropped to 128, and now we're fluctuating around the 130 mark, but like up and down. So, but still, the graph is like this, or sorry, like this. So it's pretty good.
Cosworth gets it. Viva la revolution, Rett. Can I say?
Yep. Well, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all the news.
Yeah, well, okay. I guess it's done.
Cool.
That's the news, man.
What else you guys want to talk about? You guys got any questions? You guys got any...
I have some more thoughts about the marketplace.
The free exchange of ideas.
And the means of production, okay?
Look, you know my theory on the means of production.
And other buzzwords.
If I'm watching on my TV but chatting on my laptop with the stream paused, does that affect viewer counts? I have no idea. Elliot says more BC250. Well, I don't have it in the office. That'd be insane.
Mention the means of production and viewership shot up. Here we go.
Let's see.
Time to talk about the conquest of bread.
Yeah. Green Protagonist says 31 likes and 127 watchers. Can a guy get a like around here? Yeah. I swear, I get no respect. So yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, do the things. Jay sends over $10. Thank you so much. I saw Jeff's Jaguar Shores link in Talking Heads, and as someone running an organization trying to maximize bang for AI buck, I'm very curious what y'all's take on it is. I thought the Gaudi line was dead. Gaudi was an acquisition made by Intel to get into the AI space, and they launched, I think, officially one Intel internal designed piece of it, which was Gaudi 3. Gaudi 1.5 and Gaudi 2 were both Gaudi produced, Gaudi engineered. Is Gaudi dead? That's a great question. It's still in some slide decks, so I don't know. Is Intel Video dead? Like, we go through that rumor every 3 months. I don't know. I could say it's been in slide decks. I can say Gaudi's been there. But where there's smoke, there's usually fire. Jaguar Shores being an AI-focused component with HBM4 memory. Yeah. Gaudi might be dead. And Rett says, I don't know, I'm on the show with the stream paused. Yeah, I don't know if pausing the stream takes away the view. I don't know.
Can't help. I have to preserve my bandwidth. It's got to go up, not down, Jeff.
Yeah.
It's not getting the data up, it's getting it down. That's the problem.
No, I think it was, it's not getting the data down, it's getting it back up. Because we wanted the double entendre in there, too. Those were fun.
Buying a smoke machine just for an ad.
To very good effect, I would add. And it wasn't just a smoke machine. It was a smoke machine with an RGB strobe on the end of it. So we could make the whole thing flash and spark.
I think Meter could use a smoke machine one of these days.
We might have to revisit that series.
Oh, God. That was a good time.
Yeah, because the fun thing is, I own all of the rights to everything that I produce. So any characters or set pieces that I develop in the course of making an ad for someone,
yeah, of course,
be it a different web provider, who knows, could totally be used, because I remember exactly the ad that was in, could totally be used with a new sponsor, because we own the characters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I think we need to fire up the smoke machine.
Meter. Yeah. What was the point of buying it if we're not going to use it?
Right.
All right.
I've used it one other time.
Time to make the Craft Computing shareholders happy.
It's literally on the shelf where we put it when we took it back out of the rack. Money well spent on effects. Yes, I agree.
It was a pretty cool.
Yeah.
It looks great.
When a company signs up to do a year worth of ads, the least I could do is buy a smoke machine, okay?
Yeah. Naturally.
Perfect Scotty impression, Rhett. Just got to practice the script. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you try acting with that much smoke in your face, even though there's no smoke.
Do you know what else we did for production on that one? Do you remember? I had you bring over a selection of flip phones so we could choose the right shape.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. I still have those somewhere. I wonder if they're right here.
Because I'm like, we need like a communicator, but I'm not going to go buy a Star Trek replica communicator. And we're floating the line of the universe pretty close, but I don't want to infringe copyright. And so I'm like, do you have any flip phones? Could we go to like Goodwill and buy a flip phone? Rhett's got like, I got like 8 of them in my desk.
I definitely didn't throw them away. I can't find a flip phone, but I have a sweet
Oh, you got a mini disc or a mini tape.
door circulator. Yeah, I don't know. That could work, you know?
Yeah.
We'll see. It looks like it could really work, you know. Let's see here.
Yeah. No, I think just the tape rolling would be great.
I don't know if there's anything on here, but why not? I've got a whole bunch of tapes, so
Yeah.
don't ask me why. No idea. I definitely have those phones somewhere too, but that was fun. I remember digging all those out, and you're like, that's the one.
Yeah.
Can't remember what phone it was, but
I want to say it was an old Samsung phone.
you know, wait, was it? Yeah, or because the other one I brought was a chocolate. I brought a
Yeah.
chocolate slider.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I saw the slider, and no, that's not the vibe. No, I think it was a Samsung Verizon flip phone.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I'll stop looking on there. That's not good TV. Or will I?
Does Axe Effect have a phone app? No, Axe Effect by itself is not a web accessible device. It communicates via SNMP, and we expect you're going to be running some kind of monitoring software. SNMP being a pretty universal network protocol for monitoring environmental and physical properties. So we support things like PRTG. Oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank on literally every other one right now. Nagios. Gosh, what else is there? Vince is gonna ream me because I'm not mentioning his favorites. But yeah, you're in theory monitoring it over SNMP and collecting the data, and then displaying it in what other web application you already have to monitor server health. And so, we have talked about internally eventually selling a small device as a server platform. CheckMK, yeah, okay. Yeah, Avik, yeah, okay. All the recommendations coming in now, yeah. But we've talked internally about maybe eventually selling a device that would run as a server, so we could supply a web interface device for you, and still keeping it open source. But or just providing an ISO download. So if you want to go buy a Raspberry Pi or an x86 PC and do it yourself, cool. Or if you want to buy the hardware from us, we'll take 10% and we'll package it for you. Yeah, we've talked about that as a potential use case, especially for maybe non-technical applications. Maybe you have an agricultural use for accurate humidity and temperature sensors, and you just want to like buy a kit from us and deploy that and have 30 sensors that are able to be accessed from the web via a device that you put on your property. We thought about that. So the OpenViro box, Gavin Belson edition. Skull, does yours need a custom signature? Because I think I could make a Gavin Belson edition. I could probably do that with some Axe effects if you ask, or maybe just provide it as like a printable faceplate. That might be fun. The OpenViro box. For a second there, I thought you froze again, and then I thought you were messing with me again because you were just locked. But I'm like, no, I recognize this look. You're not going to get me. I'm not going to react.
No. I'm just looking through old videos. Shouldn't be bothering, but you know. Television.
How's your wrist after I cut it off? Can't believe that ad only ran twice. That was such a good ad.
It really was.
For those not in the know, Rett and I staged a laser sword duel right here behind us. A totally nondescript, non-trademarked laser sword duel.
Yeah, non-trademarked laser sword.
Yeah, in which I eventually cut off Rhett's hand. And we'd practiced the move like 2 or 3 times. Or like, okay, we're gonna go left, right, down, and at down you're gonna jab, and I'm gonna hit your wrist, and then we're gonna fade to like a close up of like, the severed hand and the sword coming down or something like that. We're like, okay, cool, and we're like, all right, let's hit record, let's do it. And I went swing, swing, wham.
Got me pretty good.
It was a real hit.
I really dropped the lightsaber.
Yeah.
I mean, the non-trademarked laser sword.
Yes. So yeah, the reason that one looks so good, not only my cunning visual effects in that shot of cutting away before the action actually happens or immediately thereafter, so you never see it, was adding little spark effects to the sword strikes.
Yeah, that was fun.
Mirroring one of them so it didn't look the same either.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was a good one.
Yep.
The lighting was cool because of the lightsabers.
Yeah.
You had a robot.
Yep. I still got that robot. He's still around.
He was a good boy.
Yep.
He got used in one of those other...
No, he got used in that ad. I don't think he got used again. That's right, because he died an untimely death.
He got brought back in time to do the action movie.
Did he do
one.
Did he do the action movie one? I don't remember.
Yeah, for Lexar, I think.
Yeah,
was, right?
No, I remember that one. I don't remember us having the robot in that one.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I remember you did the Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Rett.
We have
good. Oh yeah, we have.
Oh yeah, we have.
Yeah, there was a robot in that one too.
Going out to my driveway so I could sit in the car in like December. And slam through a couple of gears with you holding a camera and like floating a light over the top. Car wasn't even on. We're just okay. That's good.
The things we did for that video, that was a funny one.
The comments on that one were amazing too, because I also dropped my voice a half an octave in post and got that Don LaFontaine voice.
In a world.
Couldn't say in a world, because that is trademarked. You cannot say that. But we did like, 4 or 5 different like movie riffs, and it was for a 1 terabyte SSD. And the comments on that were like, oh my god, this was incredible for an M.2 drive.
Classic.
We need to do more of those.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm saying with Meter, we got to get the smoke machine out. That's a good place to start.
I think we got to get the smoke machine back out of the
it makes sense. There's something already there where it's like...
I will say part of the problem is a lot of people haven't been willing to pay the extra to go for the full production, because we do charge more for the full production. It's if you want a really funny theatrical ad, look, a minute on video takes 2 hours on film.
Yeah.
You got to play with the lighting. You got to get everything right. You got to storyboard it. You got to get all your shots. I think the simplest of those shoots was probably 2-3 hours of just straight up video production and edit.
That's true. Easily.
Yep.
Doesn't even count the runs to Goodwill for the wigs.
The 60s, 70s stoner ads with the wigs was solid.
Yeah. I was just thinking that.
The little visual gags we put in there, too, of upgrading the whiskey that was on the edge of the shelf. Putting you in a suit jacket.
I still think, too, the best is, like, I was so happy when we did the Manscaped one with the slow sax. And I was like, dude, we gotta end on the lick.
We gotta
end on the lick. And you ended on it, and I was like, nobody's gonna get it but us, and that's all that counts. And there was like, I don't know, a few comments that were like, is that the lick? You did it, man.
Like an hour after that video was posted, someone like, he did the lick! He did the lick!
Such a great meme. Oh, we had too much fun.
And Look, I'm a clarinet and saxophone player. I don't have any saxes anymore. I only own a clarinet anymore. But I bought that Yamaha WX5 and WX7. I bought 2 of them because the first one didn't come with the right cables, and sourcing the cables is near impossible. However, I have since sourced a cable. Now I have 2 working ones, but we wanted to do a saxophone lick. I didn't want it to be on clarinet. And so I bought a WX5 specifically to film that video.
And it was worth it.
It was perfect. It was great. By the way, the keyboard in that video is the keyboard that I bought myself when I was in 7th grade learning how to play piano. That is the first musical instrument I bought with my own money. I still own that keyboard. I'll never get rid of it.
I mean, it did a lot of heavy lifting in that video.
It really did. It was also the MIDI interface that I used for the WX5. Like, it was perfect.
Yeah.
We tried doing some synths on the PC through MIDI, and none of the voice. I wasn't willing. Look, I spent $300 on the sax. I'm not willing to spend $900 for licensing waveforms, so we can get the right saxophone sound. I was like, no. Yeah. And then I'm like, I've got this old keyboard. Why don't we do a backing track with that anyway? And so it's the song it's playing is one of the demo grooves that it has. It came with like 100 preset drum and piano grooves, so you could learn them. And I just found one that sounded kind of jazzy, put it in a key that I liked, and
it sounded really. And then the beautiful part was that it would just play on this lick until you like pressed a key, and then it would go and like to the final like 4 bars or whatever, and so you could listen to the ad, and it's like the music is the same, and then all of a sudden it changes up. And
the really cool thing about that keyboard, it was a Yamaha PSR 270, for those who want to know, but it had 100 tracks. I think 100 of them were drums. 100 of them were 90 of them were drums, and then an additional 10 were piano only. But it was full synth, piano, strings, wind instruments, trumpet, percussion, everything. 90 preset tracks that you could customize to any tempo, any key. Also, every single track had an intro, 2 stanzas, and an outro. And so you could just sit there and vibe to, random 2/4 drum beats, or, bossa nova or funk or anything else. Give it an intro, give it a key. When you want to change keys, you play a key, you play a chord on the keyboard, on the bottom half of the keyboard, and it will play in whatever key you just gave it. And it's smart enough to interpret, odd ninths and weird 4 drops and obviously jazz 7s and all kinds of stuff. So you want to change keys? Cool. Just change a key. You want to go to a different stanza? Cool. Hit a transition button. It'll do a full drum fill and fill, and then you outro it. That's how we did that ad.
Yeah. It was great.
Yep. What you got in the Beerinator? Right now, it is actually turned off. I am working on some mods to it. By the way, I did hear a number of Beerinators did sell from 45 drives. Again, I wasn't going to convince anyone to buy one, but if you're stupid enough to buy one, they're fun. But it's a little bit too loud for a studio environment. If this was in my server rack, it's quieter than my router. But the problem is my router is a server mount router. It's not quiet. So in an office, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But I am looking at custom water cooling the Peltier unit on that with a 240 mil radiator to absolutely silence it. Because it's a Peltier cooler, but it has fans internal and external that have to cool 200 watts worth of heat. Man, if I could water cool that, now it's a silent fridge. I'm happy with that. So that's what I'm gonna do.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I just got to tear it down eventually. Luckily, 45 drives. This is not sponsored, but they're screws, not rivets. Everything is screwed together. That's one of their main marketing points. Is, do you want to tear it apart? Cool. Here, screwdriver. Go. So I can get to all the internals. I don't have to do anything weird. I think it's literally taking the two mid plates out, removing the insulation, and then I have full access to both sides of the Peltier. So I can put heat sinks and fans on both sides of that. But also on the external side, I want to add a water cooling loop. So I'm going to buy one of the cheap AliExpress $10 CPU blocks and bolt it to the back of the Peltier. And 240, maybe a 280 rad on the rear. Just rear mount it and pump that hot air out. Beerinator Studio Edition. Yeah. Yeah. This is what I need to build. This is what I need to build for Deadmau5. This is how I got on Deadmau5 to make an appearance. Is I built him a beerinator that's water cooled for his studio to go with the 45 Studio Storinator.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Little boost for old Craft Computing's channel there.
Yeah. Did you know I got to meet Deadmau5?
No.
Yeah.
I'm just hearing about it now for the first time.
That was fun.
That's cool.
Yep. Yeah, the 45 Drives Creator Summit. They introduced the 45 Studio disk shelf that they built, or not disk shelf, but solid state NAS.
Nice.
There's not a fan in it. There's not a moving part in the entire thing. It's an 8 heat pipe custom cooler on a still a full Xeon CPU, but using the chassis as the heatsink with ribbed fins all going down the length of it, with 8 SSDs up front for a 32 terabyte NAS system, like just solid state NAS for studio recording, completely silent.
Nice.
Could I do a Stylent Beerinator to go with it? I think we can make that work.
I'll email him tomorrow. Mr. Mouse?
Mr. Mouse, we have a proposition for you. By the way, when Deadmau5 shows up with Kioxia's 245 terabyte U.2s, U.3s, in the next generation 45 Drives, 45 Studio device, that was my idea and I want credit because I talked to him about that. He goes, are these just SATA or NVMe? And they said, oh, they're SATA right now, but we're working on an NVMe solution. I said, if you're working on an NVMe solution, you know, Kioxia just came out with a 245 terabyte drive, so you could put 2 petabytes into this box. And he goes, we should totally do that. So if that ever happens, and if Linus comes in and undercuts me, oh, I'm going to be so pissed off. If they build a 2 petabyte server for Deadmau5, I'm going to be so pissed off. That was my idea. All right. Cosworth does chime in, says, I do have the Gavin Belson edition BC250. I've seen it, and it is chef's kiss, no notes. He built a custom BC250 3D printed enclosure with a Flex ITX power supply. Flex ATX power supply, modded heatsink, and at the seam, he didn't want to show the seam for the 3D print, so he printed the Gavin Belson signature and put it on the seam, and it's perfect.
Nice.
It's so good. Green chimes in with another $5, and I think we'll end with this. Random thought. If you have driven in slow falling snow late at night and you see Imagine Starfield screensaver, we can be friends. Yes. That's my favorite time to drive. Is in a light snow shower.
And it feels like you're in hyperspace or something?
Yeah.
I haven't played Starfield because I had issues, but...
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Just that... Yeah, I'm from Oregon. I'm used to driving in weather. We do it often. Yeah. ever so light snow, not super heavy flakes, not silver dollars, but dime size flakes. Just cold enough to coat the road, but not cold enough to immediately turn it to solid sheets of black ice. Slushy enough where the roads are still white, so it's just nondescript in front of you. You got the Starfield kind of coming at you. Vibes.
Total vibes.
Vibes.
It's giving Star Trek. See how I'm with the kids?
Yeah. You're one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even try.
Skibidi. Skibidi. Skibidi.
We're not off the air. You can't start doing stuff like this already.
Sorry. My bad.
Gosh.
6, 7.
Skibbity. Rett. Not those kind of crabs, man.
Always giving it away.
All right. Well, it is 8:20. We got through all the stories. It's almost 2026. I think that's time to call it a show and call it a year.
We read the news.
Not to get too poetic about it. Another one gone. What do you think?
One for the books, Jeff. One for the books. One way or the other. Good or bad, it's in the books now.
I was going to ask if it's the start or the end of a chapter, but a little bit of both.
I think we're right in the middle of a horrifying new one.
I really hope we're not in chapter 2.
It's a horrifying double feature.
Yeah, yeah. It's going to be interesting, regardless.
Yeah.
Won't you all join me in having an excellent 2026?
We need you there, guys.
I'm not going to be much doom and gloom. I'm going to be some. Look, I'm going to be some. The PC market doesn't look good right now. But that doesn't mean home labs have to suffer the consequences of that. In fact, we just need to get more creative. We've always been creative. That's how we get crap like the BC250 and self-hosted cloud gaming servers and X79s in the year of our Lord 2025. Home labs will live on, and so shall this channel. In fact, anyone got a Halem box kicking around? Maybe we go back to that. I don't have enough money for tri-channel DDR or quad-channel DDR3. Maybe we'll give tri-channel a try. Got to save that money on the extra stick. One way or the other, it's going to be an interesting year.
We'll be there.
We'll be there. Crab time? I think I'll join the after party first. I might have some crabs in me tonight. We'll have to see. This year will be the year of retro and used gear. Every year is. The problem is we're regressing this year. The problem is we're going backwards, even in used gear. I can't think of a time where we've had instances where the RX 580, RX 570, darlings of the budget community, the perfect $280 graphics card, 8 gigabytes when NVIDIA's giving you 3 and 6. How dare they? And then the price kind of sticks around, and then we get crypto mined to death, and then the RX 580 selling for $500. And everyone's like, that was a useless card. It was useless when it was new. It's even more useless now. Screw that thing. And then the crypto boom fails, and then those cards drop to $150. They're like, this is one of the best cards that you can get today for $150. New, used, doesn't matter. And then a new darling comes out for $230, and they're like, RX 580 who? That old worthless hoot? That piece of garbage? And then it falls to $90, and they're like, RX 580? I've never heard of this before. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of that. But this is the first year I think we've gone back a generation. I think 2026. Look, 2024, we should have been looking at Epic, at Rome, at going like, that's going to be a cool used platform. I don't know if I can afford it in 2024, but maybe 2025. I think Epic Rome is going to... What do you mean the boards are $800 now? And not only is X99 starting to look viable like it was at the beginning of this year because platform costs were just astronomical, and it's like, look, if you need 256 gigs and 18 cores in a single ATX system, X99, it's still there. It's even cheaper now. It's really cool. You can get 18 cores for like $70. It's great. But now we've gone back where I think X79 is going to be the value king, and that hurts a lot. I just hope 10 years from now we all remember 2025 is Crab Champions. Jeff got crabs in 2025. Yeah. This is fine. This is fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. I said I'm fine. Would you stop? I'm fine. Okay? Angry says, still rocking a 2698 V3. Excellent. Opteron needs to make a comeback. We're never going back that far. That didn't make sense when it was new. Trust me, I tested one. I tested Opteron's top ever SKU in the 6376, 6373, something like that. 16 cores, 16 threads. Well, 16 cores anyway. It was bad. I think the 6376 is like my third worst ever Cinebench R15 run, single threaded. Like, we weren't pushing single digits, but I think it came in with like a 55 or a 60 single threaded score. And I think the worst I've ever done is a FX4100, which was like a 39. Or no, it was an Atom. And it was an Atom that got 39. I think the others were in the 70s. But still. Yeah. 2026, the year of AliExpress X79 combos. Oh, God. Here's the sobering reality. Eventually, the X79 CPU market is also going to dry up. Sorry. Eventually, the DDR3 market is going to dry up. And in fact, DDR3 prices have already risen a couple of dollars this last month.
If you guys want to play games, you just do it on your Netflix account. You're fine. Just play games on Netflix.
Yeah.
They got Red Dead Redemption on Netflix now.
Really?
I think so. The first Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Well, what? That's less impressive?
Actually, it's slightly more, because what are they running it on?
I have no idea. What does Netflix use?
Old Stadia hardware, probably.
Let's see. Yeah.
I'd be willing to bet.
I don't know. This old Netflix article doesn't say. I should have Googled better.
Anyway. Yeah, next year's going to be the year of used hardware. Just like every year was. But the problem is, the year number went up and the hardware we're buying is going down. Because nothing else makes sense. And that's a problem. X99 doesn't make sense because you can't buy DDR4 at an affordable price. It's going to be a weird year. But I'm here to help find the deals. I'm here to add some levelness to everything. You can always count on me for a nuanced comment. And you always count on Rett for a really awkward pun.
I don't have one right now, just so we're clear.
I was trying to set you up.
You tried. Next time.
Yeah, next time.
New year, new me, new puns.
Oh God, they reset. That's right. All right. It's going to be a good year. It'll be a good year. Thank you all so much for watching Talking Heads. This has been episode 414. Join us every Wednesday night. I know this is Monday, but bear with us. It's a weird week. Join us every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time for the latest in beer and tech news right here on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe. Drop this video a like if you like what you see. Join the Patreon. Get access to the Discord server. Hang out with us throughout the entire week, as well as the awesome community that hangs out over there. Shabzigger says, the truth, Core 2 Duos. Actually, what's really funny is had Pebble stuck to their original launch name, the new watch coming out was going to be the Core 2 Duo. So, yeah, it would have been 2007 all over again. True story. It's now the Core 2 Time, or the Time 2 Duo? Something like that. Yeah. Time 2 Duo.
Core Time Duo.
Yeah, I don't remember what they named it. It was weird. Look, he reacquired the company and didn't hire a marketing guy. I can't. Eric's not perfect, okay? But he's trying. Is this my cue to get milk from the store?
Nah, Green, you're good.
Yeah, no, I think you're all right, but keep an eye. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next week. 9 days.
We'll be there.
Cheers, everyone. Say, how long are you going to hold?
You almost got me, dude.
Okay, now OBS doesn't want to stop streaming, so I'm going to hit end stream on YouTube, just in case. In case we still are live. It was. Yeah, OBS didn't stop.
Vita's in. Damn you, OBS!